Good morning, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Lovin Daily. Bonjour, Tim.
Bonjour Paula, kif int?
I'm okay. I'm excited because this is our first Lovin Daily together.
It's true actually. It's been a while coming, but here we are.
Yes. Mela, during today's episode, we'll be discussing various stories. 5 migrants found dead on a boat in Maltese waters and another 47 set to return to Libya. 38 more COVID-19 patients have recovered. We'll be discussing the concerns of pregnant women over preventive measures at Mater Dei. We'll be discussing comments made by Minister Chris Byrne yesterday on how Malta is supporting the World Health Organization, and we'll also see a heartwarming story of a stray dog who was finally found an owner. Fidek, Tim.
Hi, yes, Paula. So last night, unfortunately, the International Organization for Migration confirmed that 5 people were found dead aboard a migrant boat in Malta's search and rescue zone. So this boat had obviously left Libya to try and come to Europe. Malta and Italy had closed its ports to irregular migrants because of the COVID-19 pandemic. And, there were appeals on the European Union and other countries to take, to find a solution, but nothing was found. And eventually a Libyan vessel took them back to Libya. And unfortunately, this came too late for these 5 people. So, I mean, there is a lot of discussion. There's a lot of finger pointing. Some people are blaming Malta. So the NGO Republica has actually launched a court case at the European Court of Human Rights against Malta. Some people are blaming the European Union. Some people are blaming the migrants, the NGO vessels. But at the end of the day, no matter what we say, these people have died, and I think at the very least, they deserve some compassion and some sympathy, because saying that they deserve to die is just completely cruel and just really unfair to these people. I don't know if you make.
Di storja traġika, min jgħid illi kien ħaqhom imutu ma jafx x'inhu jgħid. Għaliex ħadd ma ħaqqu jmut, ħadd mur gostu pjeċir ta' ħadd illi jitlaq minn pajjiżu f'nofs ta' sema' u ilma iħallas il-flus biex jiġi traffikat, żgur li ma jagħmluhiex bi pjaċir. Però fuq kif żviluppat din l-istorja jien dispjaċini illi kellhom imutu n-nies u kellhom idumu daqshekk l-affarijiet sakemm raġaw irritornaw lura lejn il-Libja. Then again, mhux tort tal-immigranti żgur imma ta' min qed jitraffikhom u qed isir xi ħaġa anke min-naħa tal-Libja u tal-human traffickers li ma jistgħux isibu kaptu tagħhom. Tweġġan il-fatt illi kellha tkun NGO Maltija illi quddiem l-Unjoni Ewropea u quddiem l-Ewropa kollha ttella l-pajjiżha stess u l-Italja ma ttella l-pajjiżha quddiem il-European Court of Human Rights. Naħseb jekk kellhom ikunu NGOs barranin li jagħmluha m'hemmx tagħmel, imma li Malti stess itella l-pajjiż jekk il-qorti jindik ma rifhimiex u nemmen ir-Repubblika fuq dal-punt żelqet fin-niexef ma kellix tieħu dan il-pass, anke għaliex bihom stess jisna qegħdin inċedu li t-tort kien ta' Malta biss jew Malta u l-Italja, mentre t-tort kien tal-pajjiżi tal-Unjoni Ewropea kollha illi fid-dawl ta' din-kriżi iddeċidew li jħarsu n-naħa l-oħra u li jħallu l-pajjiżi mal-frontiera biss jaffaċċjaw din is-sfida. Ġifieri jekk hemm xi ħadd li għandu jittella quddiem European Court of Human Rights hija l-Unjoni Ewropea kollha għaliex da żmien naqset milli turi solidarjetà bħala Unjoni kollha. Nisperaw li di traċedja twassal biex jekk hemm nies oħra li kienu mistennija jitraffikaw mill-jidher hemm mijiet eluf jitraffikaw lejn pajjiżna jaħsbuha darbtejn għaliex jafu li daw ħerġu jispiċċaw minn fejn bdew li hu ma kienx qed tiblaffja Malta u mhux jiblaffjaw aħjar ma jitibqux in the first place milli jinqabdu bejn sema u ilma qabel ikollhom jerġgħu jirritornaw lura. Din hija ħabba l-COVID u il-COVID bidlet ir-realtà ta' kulħadd inkluż tal-immigranti qed jippruvaw jitilqu minn pajjiżhom. Update tal-COVID dalgħodu mill-Deputat Prim Ministru Chris Byrne ħabbar li għandna 38 cases pazjenti oħra li fiequ mill-COVID. Aħbar tajba anke wara li l-bieraħ tħabbar li għandna 6 każijiet ġodda, kollox għandna 399 cases pajjiżna u wieħed jistenna li sa fin-nofsija nilqu l-400 każ bil-press conference ta' Charmin Gawci.
We're not doing that badly, right, at the moment. Ġifiri, 88 cases, 88 cases, kważi kwart il-pazjenti kollha ġew rikoveruti sissa. And in fact, yesterday, Chris Fenn actually confirmed for the first time that that we're working on an exit strategy for when this all passes. I'd just like to mention something about the migrants though, because we usually finish that discussion. And there's the principle, right, called the principle of international law called non-refoulement, which basically says that you can't return migrants to a country, or can't return people to a country where you know they're going to be tortured. And we all know what the situation in Libya is like, so it's not as easy as saying return them to Libya, because in Libya there's literal slave camps, so concentration
It's
camps.
not easy for sure, look, kiku
No, it's
faċli
not,
wara
it's not.
24 sija daru lura, ma kinux ħajdu
No,
5
exactly. I
tiem jew
mean, these
kemm
people have really drawn the short end of the stick. So sending them back to Libya is consigning them to torture, consigning them to rape. And again, if there's no easy solution, I don't think there's any one particular country to blame. But yes, so the situation globally is what it is, and a lot of people are suffering. And unfortunately, these people are probably going to be suffering more than most. So at least when you're thinking about your own suffering, at least spare a thought for these.
U għalhekk l-argument li ħaqhom imutu qatt ma tista' tgħidu kif qed tgħid inti, poġġu ruhom fi żraben tagħhom. A bit of compassion at least għas-sitwazzjonijiet is we can do. Semmejt l-exit strategy tim dak nifisser illi l-miżuri preventivi li qed jittieħdu bħal ma nagħlqu restaurants, il-postijiet li jipprovdu servizzi pubbliċi ħajntazlu xi ftit minnhom jibdew jinfetħu ftit. Wieħed jara kif ħajreaġixxi l-pubbliku, kif ħajinferex il-virus u jarġa' jaħseb x'jista' jsir. Inti tim li l-ewwel miżura li tixtieq li titneħħa kif
Li kieku kont niftaħ l-ajruport għax vera għandi bżonn vaganza bħalissa, però nifhem li da probabbilment se jkun l-aħħar ħaġa li tiftaħ.
Start small, per eżempju, nixtieq il-hairdressers mill-ewwel li nħallu. Wieħed irid jara kif ħajreaġixxi il-poplu għax jekk għall-argument jinfetħu l-hairdressers u jinfaqgħu il-ħmenet tal-hairdressers mela hemmhekk nerġgħu marru lura kif konna llum. Jiġifieri il-pajjiżi kollha jittestjaw biex jaraw x'jistgħu jiftħu jagħlqu biex jżommu s-sitwazzjoni taħt kontroll. Naraw Malta
U tajjeb li ngħidu li l-World Health Organization qed jagħti parir lil pajjiżi kollha biex l-approaches tagħhom ikunu staggered, jiġifieri jiftħu ftit, imbagħad jistennew ġimgħatej, imbagħad jaraw is-sitwazzjoni, imbagħad forsi jerġgħu jiftħu affarijiet oħrajn u jidher s'issa li da se jkun l-approach li Malta se jieħu.
Fil-fatt il-bieraħ waqt COVID calls Chris Perigin saqsa wkoll Chris Fern dwar x'naħsbu fl-approach tal-ħu fid-dawl tal-kummenti u reazzjonijiet ta' Donald Trump. X'taħseb
So basically Donald Trump, for those who aren't aware, and I'm going to speak in English for the benefit of the people who, it is an international issue at the end of the day. Donald Trump said he's going to hold funding to the World Health Organization because of its response to the COVID-19 pandemic. He said that they fumbled it, that they reacted too late, that they're too biased towards China, and that they play down the implications there. And now, thanks to their inaction, the situation, the pandemic got out of control. So basically, we asked Chris Fern and Charmin Gawci about this yesterday, and they're defending the World Health Organization. They're not attacking Trump, but they're defending the World Health Organization. And in fact, Chris Fern actually mentioned that the World Health Organization's representative in China was actually a Maltese doctor, Setin Galia, who coincidentally used to work with him back in the day. And yes, that's the state of play at the moment. We should know that Donald Trump yesterday said that a couple of American states could very well open before the end of the month, which is pretty big. And seeing as the United States has been impacted worse than any other country, in this crisis, and if it starts opening up, I mean, probably other countries might be tempted to follow suit as well. But yes, I mean, at the end of the day, there are a lot of diplomatic geopolitical concerns in this crisis as well. It's not just a health crisis. We're also starting to see these geopolitical tensions, bubbling up, and to be interesting to see where Malta stands if this plays out even more.
COVID-related story oħra, ħafna nisa li bħalissa qegħdin iweldu qegħdin igegru for lack of a better word, msiker m'għandihom xtort illi mhux qed ikollhom ħlas normali. Għaliex bħalma Mater Dei waqqaf il-viżitaturi kollha milli jidħlu ħlief f'każ li persuna waslet fit-tarf ta' ħajjitha ħadd tmut, l-istess in-nisa pregnant qed jaffaċċjaw miżuri preventivi fejn il-partner, il-missier tal-baby jidħol biss fl-aħħar mumenti tal-ħlas. Nifhem li kieku jiena mara ħanwellet tweġġani li r-raġel tiegħi ma jkunx jista' jkun miegħi fl-iktar mument diffiċli tal-pregnancy kollha. Però Charmaine Gawtri, l-awtoritajiet ta' Mater Dei qegħdin jippruvaw ifhemu dawn in-nisa li hija l-iktar ħaġa sikura li jista' jsir kemm għall-omm, għall-baby, għall-ommijiet oħra u għan-nies għall-midwives tal-ward illi l-missier jiddaħħal biss fl-aħħar ftit. Anzi kienet konċessjoni min-naħa tagħhom li jidħol ftit u mhux ma jidħol xejn kif kienet tkun is-sitwazzjoni ideali minħabba il-COVID. Ma huwa diffiċli ħatamilha waħdek. Ukoll
jekk periklu għas-saħħa fejn għamlu din il-konċessjoni mela.
Għaliex hija diffiċli forsi biex jagħmlu kuraġġ lin-nisa fl-aħħar tat-tqala tagħhom ikunu jistgħu ikollhom il-kuraġġ tal-partner tagħhom. Kienet compromise, issa jekk di compromise titħallix jew le hija f'idej l-awtoritajiet tas-saħħa wkoll, però qed nassumi li t-talba ta' dawn in-nisa li jitħallew mill-bidunet il-partners tagħhom jidħlu ħadd tiġi miċħuda minħabba raġunijiet ta' sigurtà. Situazzjoni diffiċli u nitħassarhom u qalbi toħroġ għalihom imma hemmx tagħmel.
Ma kifetu jekk hawn verament hawn periklu għas-saħħa tagħhom għalfejn għamlu din il-konċessjoni, però nifhem I mean it's a very painful situation għalihom li diġà you're gonna be a mother f'di situazzjoni ta' pandemija u tista' tkollok il-missier ta' tarbija ħdejk.
Assist ikollok il-ħaniet jaraw il-baby, ġifieri.
No, it's unfortunately the new realities that we're living in, social distancing, and it does have real serious consequences, and that's why it's also important that we also start looking to the future for when these restrictions start getting eased off. Yes. So finally, I know we've had a bit of it's been quite a rough
program.
I mean, it has been quite a rough episode so far, but we're going to end on a bit of a more positive note. So basically, there was this dog called Mia, whose owner had abandoned her in front of the Malta International Airport. So presumably, she had gone abroad and never returned. But this poor dog just kept waiting for her to return, just sitting down at the airport waiting for her to return. And some activists found out, and took charge of her and launched an appeal on Facebook to see if anyone was interested in adopting her. And yesterday, the good news came in that someone did agree to adopt her. Unfortunately, this person lives in the Netherlands, so we'll have to wait until flights are reopened so that she can meet her new owner. But that's also something to look forward to.
Veru sens tal-kelma kulħadd mill-qut minn il-pandemija, anke l-annimali li qed jiġru fit-toroq nieħdu ħsiebhom, nibqgħu jekk kontu titimgħuhom nibqgħu jitimgħuhom, u jekk qed tħossok lonely adotta stray animal u jżommu la kumpanija ma' xejn naqwa din id-dinja mill-annimali. Aħjar mill-bnedmin sa ċertu punt.
Good point.
Wasalna fit-tmiem ta' programm Lovin
Doesn't mean
Daily.
we should allow them people to drown though.
No. Wasalna fit-tmiem ta' programm Lovin Daily, fis-sir fisem Tim Diakono, we wish you a day full of loving.